Shalom, Call Halal, Yahweh by Hashem, Shai by Hashem, Rakahak, Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathens that look like the heathens. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And this is Paul from Paul and Adrian on the desert the desert farming show, and he's going live right now. If you can see, Northern Command is at DEFCON 2. Most of America's allies are at DEFCON 2. Russia is at DEFCON 2. China's at DEFCON 2. And supposedly there's a spy balloon, a Chinese spy balloon, and they've actually put some F-14s or 16s, whatever they call them, up in the sky to monitor it. It just sounds shady. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's definitely being broadcast on major channels. So it's looking like they really have been scrambled, and they're blaming it on China. And when I say I don't know if it's true or not, I don't know if this spy balloon is actually Chinese. It could be America just looking for a reason to escalate. I don't know. But this thing is happening, and this guy spazzing out, and you can see his comment board, is lit up, and people, and this guy, he needs to stick to the news and leave the scriptures alone. He really does. Let me this thing ended, but the truth be said, let's see if we can run it back. Salakia, wasn't expecting that to happen. Now it's going into something else. Let's see. There we go. See if it'll just play again. No, it won't. So, there it is. Breaking news. So now maybe it'll play. Yeah, suspected spy. Hello, everybody. So we'll just pause it. We don't need to listen to him, but he goes pretty in depth on the things that are happening. So it's being reported on all the news stations. So I guess this thing is really legit. And but you have to rest assured the prophecies are never wrong. All right. And he did say that we're living in the last days. This is the book of Revelation. And this is true. We are living in the last moments of the last days. And there's a lot that still has to happen. As far as, the arrows that fly from one end of the earth that are going to go back and forth. And that has to be the forced implementation of the MOTB, or the CHIP. So rest assured until and then, matter of fact, let's get it. We're going to keep getting it and talking about it. All right. In fact, I was in Ezekiel. Let me go ahead and read that while I'm there. This is Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel. Damn it. Why I lost that scripture? I was going to read the one that says prophesy against many nations and basically prophesy against Esau, So never mind. I lost the scripture. I had it and I lost it. But let me go ahead and go to Revelation. Let's go ahead. I should have just stuck with what I was doing. I tried to switch up gears. Moving too fast. But this is Revelation, the 13th chapter. And I'm just read the 16th verse, and I got to kind of read it in code because on YouTube, I just did a quick TikTok one, just a short one. I'm doing little shorts on TikTok. But you have to, you got to speak in code because everyone can say these words except for the men of the Great Millstone. They delete our videos when But this is Revelation 13 and 16. And it reads, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive an MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he had the MARK, or the name of the BEAST, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the BESAT, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 600, 3 score and 6. All right. So they It's 300, 606, and that's your 666. And so things are really happening, man. And you have to understand that, these people are panicking on his, on his channel. They were panicking on his comment board, but those things don't go, the missiles won't fly, until, until that is enforced. Because right now, what it seems is happening is Russia was celebrating the 80th anniversary of the Stalingrad War, where they fought the Germans, and now and they fought off the Nazis, and actually was one of the turning points in the war, which actually brought Nazi Germany down. And it's funny how the West don't like to acknowledge that the Russians being in the war actually was really what won World War II, because it weakened the Nazi war machine so greatly that, the West could then just, finish them off at that point. But nevertheless, all that aside, on the day of that anniversary, Putin just made this, this great speech about how they were facing, this problem again. I was trying to see if I can fast forward it to where Putin gives that speech. Putin prefaces declaration of new Patriot War. German tanks and fascism are again at our borders. All right, so that so things are getting serious, man. This is definitely not in the favor of Esau Edom, because the Lord is. As a matter of fact, let's grab that. Let's go to Ezekiel, and then we'll shut this down. This wasn't meant to be long, but when I saw that he was going live and how he was spazzing out, and how these other channels were chiming in on the same subject matter. But this is Ezekiel 38 and 1, and it reads, "And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." And that's the land where even though they're not Gog and Magog, they're in that land. All right, because don't get it twisted. Putin is an Edomite, same as the Edomites are controlling here in America. They're not Japhetic. All right, this is not a war between the two different forms of white people. That's foolishness. That's madness. There's only one pale people, and they're all Edomites for the most part, outside of them who have fathers that are of other nations and just look like Edomites. All right, but it says, "Son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back." See, here's the point. "I will turn thee back, put hooks in thy jaw, and will bring thee forth, and all thine army and horses and horsemen, and all clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords." And Putin in his speech made it very clear that this just won't be a ground battle, and if you try to fight, if the West thinks that they can try to beat Russia, technically they're fooling themselves. And one thing we know for sure is that Russia has put more of its money into its technical aspect of its missiles and its fighting forces, way more so than America has. And America's been living decadently and basically partying up for the last 30, 40 something years, while Russia was over there broke and putting every penny that they had into their missile defense system. And there was a couple videos that came out earlier last year, and you even had, and you can't seem to find them now, but there were military experts from both, from the West, that were acknowledging that the Russian missile technology was like 30, 40 years ahead of America's. So, for you people who think that America could just, blast them off the map because they have more of those things that fly and burn up everything, you're wrong. The Russian technology is far ahead. And either way it goes, it really doesn't matter, because they all lose, because the Lord comes back and smashes everybody and puts them all under his foot. So, I'm excited about this. I want them to hurry up and do this. But you have to understand that this war does not go full blown until the forced implementation of the CHIP, and we are dangerously close to that. So, these provocations will eventually turn into mass bloodshed. People are going to stop people going to start dying, you know, in the streets of America and in Western countries, first by the tens, then by the hundreds, then by the thousands, and that's very, very close. And with this war, it's going to come complete and total chaos, anarchy, and lawlessness, and not only in America, but in most Western societies. It's all coming. So prepare yourself. You know, stay prayed up, keep your faith, and you know, and keep calling on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.